Oh!
Fuck you, fool! You fool! You motherfucker! I don't apologize to anybody! I got my win! I fucking won!
Let's go, bro! Sit the fuck down, bro! Approach me!
Why did she take so long to back up? Are you shit? I don't even know.
He's responding further!
Hey, if you haven't watched the first parts of this video yet, you should do that and then come back to this one, anime boy. Don't forget, forgetting is ridiculously unsportsmanlike, link in the description. So we're back and we're ready to go. We've got our character of choice, our tag is cool and original, and our internet connection is fully optimized. If you're not feeling salty right now, don't worry. You'll be seething with rage once you start playing in one of these disgusting Wi-Fi tournaments. So let me give you a rundown of how these tournaments are hosted. Certain tournaments are region locked to a state, country, the East Coast, you get the idea. There are also tournaments that require you to have LAN, which might get you thinking, hey, DeepFriedVegan, if we are required to have LAN to enter Wi-Fi tournaments, then why did you tell us to throw it out? Well, because it's quite simple. These rules will not apply to you. Everything I just told you? Forget about it. Enter whatever tournament you please. If you live in Mexico and you wish to enter a tournament series region locked to Russia, even though it is inconvenient for literally everyone including yourself, by all means. You don't need to follow the conventions of competition because the Wi-Fi friends you will make will back you up. And you get to hide behind a computer screen. I would recommend entering 2 tournaments a day for 7 days a week like our best friend Exka, and if you want you can enter 2 at the same time. Some tournaments prohibits multi-tourning, but you already know how to deal with the rules. Before you do all of this, however, it's absolutely vital that you sign up to other random Wi-Fi tournaments without actually participating in them, so you become one of the many people who get automatically DQ'd from bracket. Pretty much like the list I showed you in the last video. Look at all those DQs, what an absolute desolate wasteland. On the day of the tournament, you should ask in the general chat of the tournament's Discord what time check-in opens and what time the tournament starts. You should not check the announcements channel. Ignore every single one of the announcement pings the TOs have so kindly written out for you that explicitly answer what you are asking. Be sure to pay attention to the seed you are given on smash.gg too. Do not, and I repeat, do not complain about it before the tournament starts. No. You need to wait patiently for the right time, which is when the tournament is still going on or has finished, as seeding has been finalised and cannot be changed by then. More on this later, by the way. And you know what? Because you're an entitled load of rubbish gamer that doesn't take into account the amount of work TOs put into their tournaments with attendees in the hundreds, why not ask them to move the date of the tournament to tomorrow like it's nothing? Yeah, I'm sure that's possible. They can definitely do that one, of course. Some people say there's no such thing as a dumb question. Well, I beg to differ. Anyways, after all of that nonsense, you've checked into the bracket, or brackets if you're multi-tourneying, and you're ready for your first match. It's 7 PM on a Monday. You're not wired even though the tournament is LAN only, and you are a player from the US entering a tournament in the UK trying to say to the lag tester that you live in Peterborough, England, even though you live in Ontario, Peterborough, Canada. You know, even though you could have entered a Wi-Fi tournament, in your own province, in your own area where you live, where the number of competitors and the prize pools are much bigger than Europe's. You chose to waste everyone's time and be a massive loser.
We do a little trolling, it's called we do a little trolling.
Yes, this actually happened, by the way. You can pause the video to read these if you want, it's so sad. Anyways, let's hope you don't get caught now. Getting caught by a powerful TO as he hunts you down for a bounty worth Nintendo's net worth is never a good situation to get yourself caught in.
No, you actual man-child!
But I'm getting sidetracked here, Nintendo's for another video. Right now, you have the tournament page, click on the set you've been assigned to, and before you press that check-in button, you have to stop and think. We all know the phrases think before you speak and think before you act. In true Wi-Fi fashion, you'll be arriving fashionably late. Take your time, sit back, relax, watch some DeepFriedVegan videos, check in a minute before you are automatically DQ'd, because that's not annoying at all. In the chat, your opponent has already created an arena, but you just realised that you need to go for a bathroom break, right? Right? Yeah, exactly. Tell your opponent to wait just 5 minutes. You've checked in, so you're definitely allowed to do this. You won't get in trouble or anything. While you are playing your match, your opponent may call for a lag test, especially considering your special setup.
Let me yell that out. Oh my god, another lag spike.
Yep, that's a disconnect.
Yep.
And that's probably Nimby for that.
It's important that you are well prepared for this situation, which means you need to have 2 screenshots. One screenshot of a friend's Switch page of the LAN icon in the top right, and another screenshot of a friend's physical LAN adapter, bonus points if it's plugged into their Switch. This is so when the TOs ask for proof of LAN, you can just send them the screenshots and you'll pass. This is good for you because your opponent will get salty if they don't get their way, and you do. Always play defensively and campy. Run away as Sonic, mash up B with Game & Watch, use up all of your Wonder Wings as Banjo, do whatever you need to do to win. It doesn't matter if the win condition is to give your opponent a mental breakdown by only running the timer and not actually playing the game properly. You have no morals as a true Wi-Fi warrior. Even though you're not properly improving as a player by abusing the gimmicks you have with your character against low to mid level players, you will do this anyway because winning is the only thing that matters to you, not learning. You have to get your dopamine rush by getting a good placing, and you'll do absolutely anything for it. And I literally mean anything, by the way. There are actual living, breathing people who will try to make their connection as bad as possible by lag switching and whatnot to try and win. Jobless behavior. But what if you don't get the placing that you have worked hard for? What if you go 2-2 or worse? What if you're playing against a streamer and they trash talk you?
Gimmick. Gimmick. You're a gimmick.
What if you're underseeded? All of these scenarios are where the experiences of Wi-Fi tournaments truly manifest. You should always remember, if you do badly in a Wi-Fi tournament, the reason for that is never about yourself, but about some external factor or factors that are completely outside of your control. A bit similar to John's.
Please, no John.
I would say they happen more often on Wi-Fi, mainly because it's a lot easier to open up Twitter from the comforts of your own home and complain about something like a character or how you were seeded, rather than complain in an offline setting where the judgment of others is a lot more pressurizing. Oh yeah, and don't forget about complaining about EU players as well. That's another funny one. That's what you get for entering a tournament that's not region locked. If you don't get the result you want, just say something dumb that you'll regret later on Twitter. Or maybe you won't. Suits me, I'm just making funny content. Some streamers may say something about your playstyle or show general frustration for the game.
Yes, dude. Sit the fuck down, you fucking masher. Piece of fucking shit player. Jesus fucking Christ. You're so bad. God, fuck you, Meister. Your stupid, corny ass dude.
Which is understandable, as this game kinda sucks competitively, in my opinion. Or maybe even the TO will choose to make a joke about you. However, you cannot allow any harmless trash talk to take place in this community. You have to take it as personally as possible. It's the most offensive act you have experienced. Therefore, you must seek vengeance by entering their tournament and pretending like you have LAN using the steps I described earlier. Yes, people actually do this. But of course, you could just call them out on Twitter like you normally would. Try and get a Wi-Fi ban campaign going or something, I don't know. But it's not just the players that are drooling individuals. We love to support our local TOs, but some of them are more brain dead than Yoshi mains. Sometimes the DQ timers won't be set properly, they'll be like 20 minutes or something stupid. Same thing goes for the time taken for your results to be finalized. And don't get me started on seeding. There are tournaments out there that spend 15 minutes before the tournament starts seeding 100 people without any help. Players getting left out or unseeded is commonplace in this structure. However, there are also players who complain about their seed after the tournament instead of before. Or they change their tag for the 100th time and didn't even think about letting the TOs know. Who cares if you are seed 56th and not seed 46th? Does it really matter? Only you truly know how good you can become if you work towards it. Not some silly number a random Donny gives you. What does he know anyway? With everything I've said in this relatively long video, I think it's important that we all evaluate how we spend our time with this game. Is it really worth getting mad at the same stuff over and over when you enter? Competing, especially in Wi-Fi tournaments, isn't for everyone, and while some people can get through it with a positive mindset, they usually really enjoy the game enough to do this, or adapt to the pain as much as they can. It's okay if competing in this game is something you deep down find unenjoyable. There's nothing wrong with reevaluating how you spend your time with the game, or moving on to new hobbies entirely. There's so much you can do if you think creatively. Hell, it's why I'm making this video right now. And there's still quite a bit I haven't covered for this topic, like disgusting crew battles. Again, I could cover crew battles if there was a high demand from you lot, so please let me know in the comments what you want to see. I'm happy to hear all thoughts and opinions. And with that bombshell, Wi-Fi tournaments are officially cancelled.